Everyone is obsessed with Moneymaxing right now. They spend hours customizing budget templates and buying heavy metal debit cards. But looking rich on social media is not the same as actually being rich. Most financial trends you see online are designed for views, not your bank account. They optimize the tiny details while completely ignoring the massive wealth drivers. Real Moneymaxing is unglamorous, repetitive, and highly effective. It is about building quiet systems that work while you sleep. Today we are stripping away the aesthetic nonsense. We are breaking down 12 habits that actually build long-term wealth. No secret hacks, no aesthetic spreadsheets, just pure financial leverage. Let's look past the screen and look at the real math. The difference between looking rich and being rich starts here. Get ready to challenge everything you think you know about saving money, because true wealth does not care about your social media aesthetic. It only cares about consistent, boring, highly strategic action. First, stop choosing your bank based on how cool their app looks. Many trendy neobanks offer flashy interfaces but terrible interest rates. They want you to focus on the color of their plastic card. Meanwhile, boring online banks are quietly paying over 4% interest. That is the difference between making pennies and making hundreds of dollars. If your cash is sitting in a traditional checkings account, you are actively losing purchasing power. Inflation eats it daily, while a high-yield account acts as a shield. Think about a $10,000 emergency fund. In a standard bank, it earns maybe $1 a year. In a high-yield savings account, it earns over $400. That is free money for doing absolutely nothing extra. You do not need a fancy interface to build security. You need the yield that respects your hard work. Move your cash to a high-yield savings account immediately. Stop letting major banks profit off your laziness. Second, ignore the screaming heads on your feed telling you to day trade. They show you their massive wins but hide their crushing losses. Day trading is a fast track to emotional and financial ruin. The real wealth builders use silent, boring index funds. They buy the entire market instead of trying to beat it. It does not make for exciting content, which is why nobody posts about it. But historically, the broader stock market index wins almost every single time. Over 90% of professional active money managers fail to beat it. If the pros cannot do it consistently, you should stop trying to guess. Instead, set up an automatic investment into a broad market index fund. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting over the next decade. You will save hours of stressful screen time every single day, and your portfolio will actually grow instead of evaporating. Choose peace of mind and historical consistency over speculative hype. Boring investing is the only investing that reliably builds real wealth. Third, stop wasting your energy on low-leverage side hustles. Delivering food or filling out online surveys for pennies is not leverage. It trades your limited time for tiny short-term payouts. Instead, invest that exact same energy into high-income skills. Learn coding, copywriting, high-ticket sales, or digital architecture. These skills increase your hourly value permanently. It is the difference between earning $15 an hour and $100. One side hustle keeps you on a hamster wheel forever. A high-income skill gives you leverage to negotiate your own terms. If you spend 2 hours a day learning, your future self will thank you. You will build an asset that no market downturn can ever take away. Your mind is the ultimate leverage point for building wealth. Stop trading your health for tiny gig economy scraps. Focus on becoming exceptionally valuable to the marketplace. When you are highly skilled, money will start chasing you. Fourth, audit your digital subscriptions and cut the dead weight. We are drowning in $10 monthly charges that we completely forget about. They seem insignificant, but combined they drain hundreds every single month. It is the premium productivity apps, the streaming services, the fitness memberships. If you have not used it in 30 days, cancel it immediately. Do not let emotional attachment to an aesthetic app cost you real money. You do not need a $20 a month note-taking tool to write down ideas. A basic pen and paper work perfectly and cost almost nothing. That saved money can be redirected straight into your investment account. Think of it as reclaiming your financial borders from corporate parasites. Every subscription you cut is a small raise you give yourself. Stop paying for potential and start paying for actual utility. Keep your digital footprint lean, clean, and highly efficient. Your wallet will feel heavier, and your mind will feel clearer. Take control of your monthly cash flow right now. Fifth, stop trying to outinvest your high-interest debt. Some internet gurus tell you to keep debt and invest the cash. That is a dangerous game when your debt is costing 20%. Paying off a credit card is a guaranteed 20% return. There is no index fund on earth that guarantees that kind of return. Attack your high-interest debt with absolute aggression. Use the debt snowball or debt avalanche method systematically. Every dollar of debt paid off is a dollar added to your net worth. It frees up your monthly income to actually build wealth. You cannot build a stable house on a crumbling foundation. And high-interest debt is the ultimate financial sinkhole. Clear the deck so you can invest with total confidence. You do not need leverage until you have stability. Make yourself debt-free as quickly as humanly possible. That is the ultimate flex that nobody sees on social media. Sixth, stop overpaying for rent just to live in a luxury high-rise. They call it networking, but it is actually just an expensive lifestyle trap. Your housing cost is your single biggest monthly expense. If you can keep it low, you unlock massive amounts of investment capital. Consider getting a roommate or living slightly further from the city center. The money you save on rent can be compounding in the market instead. Aesthetic apartments look great in 15-second background clips, but they keep your bank account in a constant state of starvation. Live below your means now so you can buy the building later. That is the long-term game that real wealth plays. It is about delayed gratification for massive future leverage. Do not let landlords fund their retirement with your need to look cool. Find a clean, safe, low-cost place and stack your cash. Your future self will thank you when you own your own home. Keep your overhead low and your investment rate exceptionally high. Seventh, stop financing cars that cost more than your annual salary. A luxury car lease is the quickest way to stay middle class forever. It is a rapidly depreciating asset that drains your monthly cash flow. Instead, drive a reliable, fuel-efficient vehicle that is fully paid off. Nobody actually cares what car you drive to work. And if they do, their opinion is not worth your financial freedom. The money you save on a car payment can buy income-producing assets. A car gets you from point A to point B. An asset gets you from financial stress to absolute liberty. Do not trade your future wealth for a temporary highway flex. The ultimate flex is having zero debt and a massive portfolio. That is the quiet confidence that loud spenders can never buy. Keep your car humble and your investments roaring. When you are truly rich, you do not need to prove it to strangers. Drive the boring car and enjoy the very exciting compounding process. Eighth, stop buying $5,000 courses from internet gurus. They promise secret shortcuts to wealth that simply do not exist. Most of the information they sell is available online for free. Instead, build a habit of aggressive, self-directed reading. Read original texts on economics, business psychology, and classic investing. A $20 book can contain a lifetime of curated wisdom. You do not need a mastermind to teach you how to think. You need the discipline to sit down and study the material yourself. Apply what you learn immediately through small, real-world experiments. That is how real expertise is forged, not through watching hype videos. Save your $5,000 and invest it directly into the market. Let your money work for you while you do the intellectual work. Become an independent thinker who cannot be easily fooled by marketing. Knowledge is the ultimate compound interest generator. Read, learn, apply, and keep your hard-earned cash. Ninth, stop spending hundreds on trendy supplements and biohacking gadgets. You do not need a $300 red light mask to stay healthy. The best biohacks are completely free and scientifically proven. Prioritize 8 hours of sleep, clean water, and regular physical movement. These 3 habits solve 90% of your energy problems. No expensive powder can replace the power of a consistent sleep schedule. Health is your ultimate wealth because a sick body cannot build businesses. Treat your body like a high-performance machine with basic maintenance. Avoid the marketing traps of the wellness industry. They want to sell you expensive solutions to simple problems. Stick to the basics and save your money for your portfolio. A healthy lifestyle does not need a subscription fee, it just needs your daily disciplined commitment. Protect your energy so you can execute your financial plans. Consistency in health leads directly to consistency in wealth. 10th, stop buying cheap items that need constant replacement. The cheap option is often the most expensive option over time. This is known as the Sam Vimes Boots theory of socioeconomic unfairness. If you buy a $50 pair of boots that lasts 1 year, you spend more than if you buy a $200 pair that lasts 10 years. Invest in high-quality, durable goods for your daily tools. This applies to your laptop, your mattress, and your work clothes. Buy things that are built to last and care for them properly. You will save thousands of dollars in replacement costs over the decade, and you will enjoy a much higher standard of daily utility. Value is not about the price tag. It is about the lifespan. Stop chasing cheap bargains that end up in the landfill. Buy once, buy right, and keep your focus on long-term value. Your financial life will become much more organized and reliable. True wealth builders buy quality assets that stand the test of time. 11th, automate your financial systems and stop tracking manually. Spending hours customizing spreadsheets is a form of productive procrastination. It makes you feel like you are doing work without actually moving the needle. Instead, set up automatic transfers on the day you get paid. Your savings, investments, and bills should be paid before you see the cash. This removes human emotion and decision fatigue from the equation. You cannot spend money that has already been invested for you. It creates a forced scarcity that keeps your budget naturally tight. And it ensures your wealth grows consistently every single month. Let technology do the boring administrative work for you. Your job is to focus on increasing your primary income stream. Spend your mental energy on growth, not on tracking pennies. Build a set-and-forget financial machine that works for you. That is how real passive wealth accumulation actually looks. Set up your automation today and reclaim your valuable time. 12th, stop trying to write off personal dinners as business expenses. That is not tax optimization. It is just audit bait. Real tax optimization uses legal, government-approved investment accounts. Maximize your retirement accounts like the Roth IRA or 401k. These accounts allow your investments to grow completely tax-free. That saves you tens of thousands of dollars in future taxes. It is the single biggest legal tax loophole available to everyone, yet most people ignore it because it does not feel exciting. They would rather try to write off their lifestyle on a tax return. Play the game legally and play it with absolute intelligence. Use the rules that the government has set up to build wealth. That is how real wealth builders stay rich over generations. They do not hide, they optimize with absolute precision. Maximize your tax-advantaged accounts before doing anything else. That is the quiet, high-leverage move that builds real security. Real money maxing is not about looking good for 15 seconds on a screen. It is about the quiet, daily disciplines that nobody else sees. It is about automation, skill acquisition, and keeping your overhead incredibly low. These habits might feel boring today, but they guarantee freedom tomorrow. If you want to build actual wealth instead of just looking rich, subscribe now. We are breaking down the real systems that move the needle every week. Stop chasing the aesthetic and start chasing the actual math. Your financial future starts with the very next decision you make today.